doing the other side. That's the same banana as the other one. It's even worse actually. It's badly warped. So the problem is that we're actually hitting one of the inserts, which are pretty hard. Don't know what the material they are, but it's not very pleasant. You can hear it. That hammering is one of the inserts, but you can't get them in or out. There's no way. So just skim it off a little bit. Once the outer diameter is clean, we'll stop it. Okay, I need to watch that. So we skimmed number 2. I think I do one more pass because there is still a bit of rust here. I'm actually hitting the inserts already, so it's not very healthy for my cutting insert, but there's not much you can do. They are hard, but it's cutting it. Don't know what material it is. It's most likely stainless because they don't rust. We'll see. We need to figure out what thread it is anyway, because we need to replicate that bolt pattern on the cover plate, because there is a plate going on top of it, which we need to make as well. Alright, let's do another cut and see if we can clear it. Should be okay. Leaning a little bit, but not much you can do really. It's what we're here now is actually hitting the insert, the thread insert. And anyway, let's do that. And then we'll turn it around. Well, this one is a real banana. There is nothing I can do. It's 1/10. No matter where you go, it's a real wobbly thing here. There's a lot of marks here. If I go further out, it's the same thing. It's not even straight. You can see the indicator is moving away. It's that's the bearings of the lathe, but this is the real plate. Do you see that big dent here? That one? It's where my mark is. I put a mark there. There's a hollow in it. So we need to skim off quite a bit because this thing is really badly warped. Anyway, we dialed it on the outer diameter and on the inner diameter, and then again on the outer diameter. It's the best I can do. It's not going to get any better. So that's how we tried. We'll flick the insert over because I think the hard spots or the thread inserts actually killed it. The tip looks a bit odd. So let's swap that insert corner and give it a try, see what it does. So we touched off and see what it does. It's doing something. Cutting quite nice. It's about 2/10 of a millimeter depth of cut. We don't want to cut a low, but it's a new edge of the insert, and we can see it makes a difference. It looks really nice. To make it away, I can see it's we'll see. Increase the speed a little bit. New edge. Looks good so far. Look at that. Same banana as the other one, so we're going to do another cut, same tape, and see what it does. It's actually a very nice finish here. But we can see how much it's warped. There was a lot of rubbing, and the whole thing is actually belly shaped. So we need to take a bit more off because yeah. But the finish is great. That new edge makes a big difference, and the speed is okay. I think we just keep it there. Take another 1/10 of a millimeter or 2/10 of a millimeter and see how it works. stop it or whatever. I got a step. At least we cleared it now, which is good. Looking good. This is a super finish. I'm really happy with that. No ridges, nothing, bit of heat, but this is great. I think we just... So we skimped the outside a bit, broke the edges, and I'm not going to cut anything anymore because this is really smooth. That new insert made a big difference. It's better than the other surface. There is still that edge here, which is the machine. I can feel one here, but it's flat. I like that. So now it's now it comes the challenge. I need to make a shaft for this one. I need to find something which is suitable. Let's have a look. I'm surprised how good this is. It's super smooth. I just went over it with a 600 grit sandpaper to get rid of the... yeah, it was a bit rough, but it's great. It's unbelievable. Okay, second one done. Other side looks good as well. We have a little bit of pitting here, but we are tight. So there is metal here. We've got a little bit here, but it's all good. You can live with that. Obviously we need to get rid of that edge here. That's a really sharp edge. Anyway, and obviously we need to clean it a little bit. But, I'm happy so far. Let's find the shaft. Okay, we decided the shaft diameter because we got a whole lot of these bearings here. It's 35 inner diameter, and it's a 1607, which is a narrow one, but we use two of them because we have so many. Oh, they're brand new. I don't know where they came from. So we use two each side. If they ever die, we can use a 6007 and a spacer, because the 6007 is 14 millimeters and this is, I think, 20 or so in total. So we use them. We'll see how long it lasts, and we can easily replace them by another one. So shaft size will be 35 millimeters. I haven't found a shaft right now. I know I have something which is about right. So that's what we do. 35 millimeters with these bearings, and not ideal. I need to look it up what the maximum speed is of them, but we are not exceeding 5,500 RPM, so it should be fine. 6007 costs normally, brand name, about 6-7 pounds, $10 a piece. Yeah, so save $20 here. I think it's worth a try. Again, as said in the description at some point, we are using whatever we find in the shop. Some parts might be not ideal, but that's what we have, and we are on a shoestring budget, and that's the reason why we're gonna make it cheap and obviously use what we have. Alright, I need to find some material for that shaft. So we found a few shafts, and this one is probably too small because it's got just 35 on the outer diameter. These two, I'm not entirely sure what they are for, but this one is good. That's about 40. It's got a taper on it. So we need to turn the center down to make it fit that center. You probably need to skim that out a little bit to make sure it's good. That's plated as well, that's nickel plated as well. Yeah. So this is a candidate which we certainly gonna use. On this one looks pretty new actually. That looks unused. I think it's never been used. But it's got a recess here, so that's not a good thing. So we need another one of these here, which I probably have somewhere. That's about the right size. This one is too small. It's the same type, but it's too small in diameter. I want both bearings the same. You could have the rear bearing in a smaller diameter for some reason. It's actually the case sometimes, but I need to look further. I'm not going to use these because I have other plants with those. Yeah, we need to find one of those. So, and that's how it comes together. This is our machine plate, and whichever one of these shafts goes here. We make a cover plate, the bearing sits here. The other side is exactly the same. So just maybe that gives someone an idea. I don't know. Alright, let's carry on. So here we have the remains of another device which goes into that magical machine as well. Unfortunately I don't have a rotor. This is brass here, and all looks a bit dirty. Needs a bit of work. So there is a rotor in between these two. So a rotor goes here. We need to make a spacer because we don't have the spacer. Because in original state this looks a bit different, so yeah, maybe someone has an idea what it is. I'm not going to tell right now. I'm not entirely sure if I use it, but I think I do. It suffers a little bit from cavitation here, but overall it looks okay, it looks usable. All we need to make is a rotor, which is quite a fancy design actually. I need to think what material I'm going to use. Yeah, it goes in the middle. Going to be about that thick. And then we need to make a spacer to get our distance. Get a shaft through, pretty much like the other thing. These are consumables. So we need to do a little bit of work on it, but hopefully that's going to work. If not, we just make another one. The design is flexible, so you can change this device to another one just in case it doesn't work as expected, but I think it does. I have a full-fledged one of these ones as well, but that's too big. So this is about the right size. It's just doing the work. Yeah. The other side is simple. This is basically just, for us it's the cover side, and there's a rotor inside which has similar cavities to this one here, and yeah, at some point we'll explain how it works. So yeah, that's the next one to do. We need to find shaft bearings, gaskets, things like that. We just use what we have, and just another mystery piece for the project, and keep guessing. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Until next time.